Happy birthday, Aries. Working with the Mystical Dream Tarot to see what's up for you for your birthday season. Coming in with a bang, you have a new moon solar eclipse in your sign. Your identity is going through a U-Haul. U-Haul? Is that the word, or is that just the name of a company? Maybe you're renting a U-Haul? 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 8585, and the 9 of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. Let me digest this for a moment there. I'm digesting, so because this is both numeric and meaning is there's a lot of pain here and a lot of feeling of helplessness and hopelessness, and trying to focus on your work or on the mindset that, I don't know, maybe it's like the schedule, stuff like that, is only making you feel more upset about this, whatever situation we're tapping into. Now, the good news is with the 9 of Pentacles is that there's a major breakthrough. I mean, we'll start with what is before what can be. What is now is that you're doing really well, the 9 of Pentacles, but your feeling inside is really grieving and overwhelmed and feeling helpless. So anyone who doesn't really, really, really know you well, people around you, acquaintances, people you deal with, even on a daily basis, they think business as usual and you're doing great. You're putting on a straight face. You're functioning. You're doing your job, your responsibilities, again, whatever applies. But there's a sense of profound loss and grief. And there's praying. You're praying for something. You're praying for someone. And this deck, it's called the Master of Secrets. It's the Magician. This reminds you of your power, Aries. You are not helpless. This is not helpless. You can and you have the tools in order to change the situation, to improve the situation, to break out of this confining sense of despair and sadness. You can completely transform this reality that you're dealing with. This is not something that is imposed on you. I mean, aspects of it are a matter of circumstances, of course, but you being bound to these circumstances, that's something that you do have the power to change and get out of. 10 of Wands, because it's so overwhelming and there's so many things you're dealing with at once, it's hard for you to see that path, to see that choice that you can make. There's a real sense of overwhelm. And a sense of sacrifice. the divine tower, aka the tower. That's the sacrifice that you're, yeah, because breaking out of this situation and changing the reality that is so oppressive to you will create a collapse of a system or of a foundation, of a structure of some sort, and it's not going to be pleasant. With the lovers here at the bottom of the deck, it shows you're facing a choice in a path. What is your path? Now, this is very meaningful. This is a meaningful choice of path. With the lovers, it's almost like a way of life. Um, a very meaningful direction. This is not like where are we going to eat, which restaurants are we going to go out to. It's not as simple. It's very big. That's why you're so overwhelmed and so concerned because you recognize the implications, the the consequences. But the current state of affairs is so limiting in a very, not in a protective, guiding way. I'm seeing limitations that are oppressive, and very saddening. So, with the eclipse, you'll know you'll have to make a decision if it won't make a decision for you. It's going to be too much for you to continue either lying to yourself about or stretching. Um, you will not be able to continue to accept any having to sacrifice your true essence for the purpose of whatever this is that you're a part of. Could be a job, could be a relationship, could be a place, um, could be a belief system, could be a group of people, um, really could be anything, whatever, however it applies to you in your life. Three of Swords. Yeah, you're gonna find yourself making a decision that there's a level of lose-lose to this, but staying in one thing is a greater loss than making the necessary change. That will be a greater sacrifice. So there is one option that is preferred to the other that comes with less suffering, less I keep the word oppression keeps coming. It's like that's the most relevant word. Unfortunately, it's terrible. I'm very sorry for whatever it is that you're dealing with. Feel free to share with us, with the community, um, in the comments. You're brokenhearted over something and you're recognizing it. But the beautiful thing, especially in this card with the Three of Swords, it looks like he's about to cut here, but he's actually breaking the chains. It's cutting out the bondage, right? The chains, the handcuffs. And he had the power to do it because he's holding the knife, right? So this is very liberating. It's painful, but it's liberating. Sometimes freedom comes with a price, quite often, even. Bottom of the deck, the Priestess of Dreams, aka the High Priestess. And then Ace of Cups, how beautiful. And then the Sun card. Wow, okay. So it's not a lose-lose situation. It's just the process of making that change is harsh, and there is something that you're sacrificing with it. But on the other side of this, with the High Priestess, the Ace of Cups, and the Sun, there's genuine great joy that is in alignment with your most inner soul level truth. with the esoteric aspects of how you know yourself to be. It's far deeper than the surface level character or personality. This goes deeper than your heart. It's not just your heart, it's the heart of your oversoul, right? It's beautiful. It's that spark of divine light that makes your consciousness. And with the Ace of Cups, this requires faith and optimism and knowing that you deserve better. And you do. This reading started off really, really heavy, but major improvement. And the fact that you have all the power to make a difference, that's very meaningful. It means that you are free. And this incarcerated sensation, that's a choice to be in. You don't have to be in there. Um, you don't have to accept certain things. You don't have to be okay with certain things. You can say yes. You can say no. You can say maybe. You can say, I don't know. You can say, I need a moment. You can say, that's not cool. There's the responsibility to your position, your status, your promises, and then there's the responsibility to your heart and to your soul and to truth. Which one will you go with? Um, so there's a new love here, not new. Okay, so there's love here. We have the lovers, we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Sun. Hold on. I don't know why the song Tears in Heaven. Will you know my name if I saw you in heaven? And will it be the same? Sorry if I'm ruining the song. If I saw you in heaven. So something about that song, hmm. You don't belong in heaven yet. You still belong on planet Earth. But will you know my name if you saw me there? With some of you, yes. With some of you, no. Which is how life goes. Show us more, please, for Aries seekers for April. Ten of Pentacles. That's beautiful. That's like bliss. That's just bliss. That's like winning the lottery, having everything. With the Ace of Cups and the Sun, it's like the love of your life, building a home together, a heritage, um, longevity, abundance, togetherness, community, coming together. So, whatever it is you think you'll have to lose for love, apparently, you might not. You might be able to have it all, but you won't have it all unless you go with your heart. So, I will never tell my seekers, what is the right choice for you because that would make me a sham. You need to listen to your heart because you know best, right? Um, and you're also free to make mistakes, unfortunately, and you're also free to have a detour. But keep in mind, when you have a detour from your soul path and from your dharma, the people who are with you on that path suffer because you make the choice to take the detour. They didn't make that choice, and you're forcing that detour onto them. So keep that in mind. There's something about legacy here and heritage. So remember when I said new love is coming, and then I got corrected, and it's like it's not new. And now with the Ten of Pentacles, so the two of you might have a mutual heritage of some sort, a mutual origin. Um, it's not just a soul connection. It's like also a earthly connection. And I just asked, are they a part of the same peoplehood? I gotta know. Although don't be limited by that. It's just, I guess maybe not necessarily, but I got a strong no. So not the same peoplehood, not like necessarily, but there is some sort of heritage here that you guys share. It's like this mutual heritage that you share with this person will break you out of this spiritual prison or confinement. It's something very, because it's not a physical prison. You're not actually imprisoned, but it's something else. And there's so many types of confinements. And the reason we don't know we're free is because our mind doesn't know it's free. Maybe because we are in an echo chamber and we think that the reality surrounding us is the ultimate truth and the only thing. Maybe because we think we won't be able to make it somewhere else because people we put our trust with and on tell us that we need them. Um, that's why I try to always emphasize to my seekers, you guys don't need me. You don't need anyone. You need guidance. You need love. You need um, to be taught, but it doesn't have to come from one specific teacher, one specific guide, one specific reader. Um, if I was to claim to be your ultimate truth, fear me, right? Because that's what stood behind every religious oppression and persecution ever. I'm the ultimate truth that speaks for the divine. And if you don't follow my word, you will burn in the flames of eternal hell. I now, assuming, of course, your debated path is not one that is destructive to other people, it's not one of tyranny, it's not one of persecution. As long as you're not a tyrant that seeks to conquer another people, all good, you know? I think you're getting my point. Like, if you're just trying to do the best when it comes to your path, your karma, your dharma, I mean, infinite possibilities, right? Um, that anyone who tries to use their influence on you and their power over you to get you to do as they want and as they believe is right, that's not guidance. That's not guidance. That's control and manipulation. Um, we're all volunteers here, right? Wherever we are, wherever we are, whatever we do, we're volunteers. And if someone doesn't appreciate that, Aries, then you need to wonder. Ask yourself, why? No great spiritual leader has ever encouraged their following to be parrots and to not have critical thinking and to not listen to their heart. And if someone tells you, listen to your heart, but then coerces you and kind of tells you, oh, but if you don't, but if your heart tells you to do something that I'm not telling you to do, or it's the opposite of what I'm advising, then something is wrong with your heart. There's nothing wrong with your heart, no matter what you choose. Even if you so-called make a mistake, there's still nothing wrong with your heart. Show me more about this. For Aries for April, please. Lord of Swords. You're really exercising your mental capacities and you're thinking a lot. You want to be fair. You want to be balanced. You want to be harmonious. You can't make everyone happy. And that gives you a headache because you want to make everyone happy, but you can't. It's not possible. Someone will have an issue. Someone will have a say. Someone will make judgment. Someone will be disappointed. Someone will be upset. What else is new? Fairness doesn't mean making everyone happy. Because some people's illusion of happiness is things happening the way they want them to happen. And for people to um, bow to their will, right? Or to their interpretation of what is true. That's why even if I'm getting into reading something where it's very clear to me what the decision is is the best, I would still be somewhat cryptic to not make it totally obvious what I think a person should do, because it's dangerous to impose my perception of right versus wrong, my way of reading the cards, my way of understanding reality. So I will always keep myself in check and be like and speak like in philosophical truths that then you take and apply to your situation. No, okay, yeah, that's fine. Oh, Judgment and the Hierophant. This is a major decision coming from an authority figure or someone who's very influential in your life. Um, and I don't know if it's in your favor or not. I don't know if it's in alignment with your path or not. Um, but whatever it is that they decide or whatever it is that they announce, you're not bound to it. You can follow it if you resonate with it. You can say no if you don't. All I care about in this reading is to remind you, Aries, that you are free and that there isn't one right versus wrong truth. There's only listening to what is in alignment with you and not hurting yourself in the name of what should. But I do also see someone kind of, suddenly I'm picking up on this Hierophant, like they're kind of molding the water, right? You're controlling the water in this vessel. And I'm picking up suddenly that the water here the water surrounding you and the situation. And it's like this is them kind of controlling the situation almost. Like the Hierophant has a very strong authority, normally a religious authority, but that's in a classical tarot. In modern day, it doesn't have to be interpreted as religious one because not all of you are in religious scenarios. So this could be your boss. This could be the father of the household, right? This could be your mentor. This could be the dean of the university, and so on and so forth. Whatever applies to your situation, they have a lot of control over your over the scenario. Um, it's like things rise and fall by their word. And the thing is, you can be any of these characters here, controlled by it, or you can be this character here deciding to like take over the reins of your own path and be like, wait, that's not guiding me. That's maneuvering me. That's choreographing me. That's controlling me. That's coercing me. That's manipulating me to do as you want with guising it as if you're giving advice, but then you're also saying things that make me feel guilty if I was to not take your advice, right? It's like, ever had someone give you advice, but then they would be like, say little things that would make you like think that, yeah, they're giving you advice, but you should probably go with their advice because if you don't, here's the bad stuff that might happen according to them. And they might be very subtle about it or very, um, smart about the way they communicate that. I don't know. I don't know why I felt the need to hold this for so long. But you don't really need anyone to speak to your God, right? That's an illusion of the past centuries, illusion by the Catholic Church and by many other religious authorities who abused God to gain power. Right, for a very long time, the Catholic Church didn't want um, people to know how to read because that meant they could read the scripture themselves. And they wanted to stay that authority that you have to go to in order to understand the scripture. So they kept people illiterate in Italy for a very long time. Um, when people constantly tell you, "Don't worry about it. You don't need to know." Why don't you need to know? Why can't you have access to the divine word? You won't understand it. You won't understand it. Okay. No harm, no foul. Controlling wisdom, spiritual wisdom, hoarding it, being like, this person is worthy of spiritual wisdom, this person is not worthy of spiritual wisdom. That's not spiritual wisdom. That's tyranny, abusing spirituality. And this applies to teachers and academia. Oh, you don't need to know that part of history. Why do you need to know that? Why don't they want you to know that? Because maybe it will change your perspective, because maybe it will give you context, because maybe you'll understand a bigger picture of something, because maybe you will realize that the option that they're giving you isn't the only option, the only good and righteous or divine option. Check out the description box for services. If you lasted this long, that's for a reason. So if you're new, subscribe, join the existential shift. Um, yeah, services are below. Study Tarot Masterclass with me. Book a session if you want to talk to me direct. And that's it. Stay magic. Stay true. Happy birthday. Stay free. Stay free. I love you. Bye for now.